Yo, what's up guys, how is everyone doing? I don't even need to ask if you're having a fantastic day today, because I already know the answer to that. Yeah, I mean, it's been a pretty good day, and this is something that I went over in... I don't have my notes. This is something I went over in the previous stream. We had a lot of bullish factors telling us that we could be going higher. We had the ETF news, we had the inverse head and shoulders, the triple bottom, the support line holding, the Elliott wave, everything. I'm not going to go through it again, but it was pretty cool. It lined up very well, and I did give you guys my game plan, which was to wait for a confirmation of a break above 6,800 and to enter a long following that confirmation. Before I do carry on, I just want to give a very quick shout out to Piotr with a 67% gain in gold only. That's absolutely amazing. You can still make huge gains in gold, guys. It's, you know, the signals do still work. But, you already knew this was coming. VIP today has been absolutely insane. This is from one of our members who made 2.5 bitcoins, 173% ROI. I've forgotten mine now. I think it might be like something like this, maybe 200%. It doesn't even matter. You know, you get to a certain point, it doesn't matter what percentage you have. Someone else who, you know, we had this massive no trade zone. It was quite stale, you know, and we did do a couple trades in VIP during this no trade zone, but really not too much. Of course, you guys saw those signals, but one of the guys over here up 2x and already got those profits locked in. So, you know, we enforce this kind of discipline in VIP to build up very good trading habits for the long term, and the feedback today, people were doubting it, right? I mean, the people who joined, you know, after we had all those amazing signals, but today it's become very clear that it does play out. So this is where we gave our signals, the one I showed you yesterday. We also gave a long signal over here and another one over here, gradually increasing our positions, and even the people who entered only here with a 25x leverage, that was still easily more than a 2x. So pretty good stuff there. I mean, I got so many more messages like this, but why is this coming up? Let me pull up CoinMarketCap, but I don't want to spam with that a little bit too much. Guys, look, it's a great day. Smash up those likes. Thank you very much. It's been a great day. Alright, we had a massive pump, but, you know, what I said yesterday in the stream was that we needed to have a period of consolidation, a pullback, something like that, but we didn't get it. We just shot right through. We did complete the inverse head and shoulders, alright? We broke through that neckline. Like I said, I'm never going to have to draw it again, and I'm very happy to say that, because I don't like inverse head and shoulders patterns, or head and shoulders at all. But, you know, we did go up much quicker than expected. I mean, if we look at my Elliott wave formation, we're literally, what, like, let me actually count this, how many days ahead we are. Yeah, so we're exactly a fortnight away, which, for people not in the UK means 14 days. We are 14 days off this Elliott wave formation, which means this is no longer relevant because we've just gone up too fast. That's not a good sign. I had one support/resistance level at 7,400, which is right here, actually, my bad. Don't know why I'm bringing the line up. We were able to pass fairly easily from this, but the deal with this, guys, is that, you know, we still have a lot of room to go down, and if we look at the Ichimoku cloud on the 1 day, we have a lot of resistance. Alright, let's not get ahead of... I mean, we don't even have a bullish crossover on the EMAs yet, the EMA 13 crossing above the EMA 48. We don't even have that yet, which is typically the confirmation of a bull run. We have this huge Ichimoku cloud resistance, and last time, you know, we've only had this... we've only interacted with this cloud twice, which was the first time when we formed our double top at 11.6 and the second time when we formed a double top at $10,000. I am going to be on the lookout like a hound to make sure that if we do form a double top like this, we short the life out of Bitcoin, because it is such a predictable pattern. We're looking to see if these patterns replicate, so a double top is going to be on the cards for sure. This Ichimoku cloud 1, 2 going on a third time rejection of this cloud, exactly as expected. This is a massive area of resistance, but it is good that we're starting to test this area, and you will see over the coming few days, if we stay around these levels, this Ichimoku cloud resistance will actually close up and gradually turn into a green support, so that is absolutely great. Now, will we pass this? We're going to need another very good catalyst. One of the catalysts was arguably BlackRock ETF news, a bunch of other ETF news, and overall so much bullish news. We could be getting more of that, alright, because here's the deal. BlackRock has turned out to not be a factor, you know, because the CEO or whatever said that they've never considered crypto, so it was fake news. But CBOE futures was one of them. And guys, we've got to bear in mind, alright, we got this CBOE news very recently, alright, in the past 1 or 2 weeks or something. And this came after CBOE opened in December. It's been 8 months of a downtrend, and they came out with that announcement about 2 weeks ago. So that's no surprise to me. We know this market is being manipulated. It was after SIBO started. Let's go back to my futures chart to show you what that looks like. SIBO began trading on this blue vertical line, and it was literally like 2 days later when we started the massive downtrend that everyone hates. That is not a coincidence in my opinion. I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist when it comes to these things. But what we've got now is, after such a long period of a downtrend, you have to believe that since these SIBO guys have been in the game for this long, they have been considering ETFs for a very long time. And that has led them up to the decision to apply for one or get approval for one, whatever the nuanced word is, only at this date. And that, to me, is a sign of a reversal. You know, like I said, we've got the triple bottom, we've had these futures dates result in a reversal. I've gone on about that ad nauseum, but it is great news that we're getting even more people considering these things, and the fact that the news is coming out now means that they've been thinking about it for months and weeks prior, maybe even years, right? We don't know. So this, you know, if we continue to get news like this, it's very easily going to carry us through and past ahead of this Ichimoku resistance. And really, this is the last resistance we have until levels like 11.6 thousand. I've been talking to members in our VIP chat, and personally, I do, you know, as much as I love this, I mean, the profits I made are among the best I've ever made in trading, full stop, because I went long from a very low level. But lost my train of thought. Right, yeah, so we're not actually going to be doing anything very significant until we pass this $11,600 line. This is where we've encountered a lot of resistance. If we turn on the VPVR indicator, this is where the last resistance lies. After we pass 11,600, it's going to be a very easy run up above to, you know, 20. I mean, once we pass 11.6, 20,000 all-time high, 25.50, throw any number you like, it is going to happen. But we need to see 11.6 breached. We've only, you know, let's stay realistic here now. Within the past, say, 48 hours, we have only pumped by $1,000. And for Bitcoin, you know, you look at this all-time high, $1,000 is 5% of Bitcoin's all-time high. It's nothing in the big picture of things. To us, it feels great, all right? Especially if we've been trading on leverage, whatever gains we have get multiplied. And so it's been a very nice day. But for the rest of the market, it's just been a $1,000 move. We still had people in my video yesterday saying things like, we're not going to pump, Bitcoin is still going down to $4,500, different things like that. Guys, this is classic behavior of a disbelief rally. Now, I'm not saying we're there yet, because, to be honest, a bubble pop like this will usually go on for longer. Now, we have had some signs of a reversal. I mean, we've had an extended period of sideways trading, which I said would happen to end our bear market. And of course, with Bitcoin, everything is accelerated. So this was only 1 month, but you factor in Bitcoin is moving, you know, 7-8 times faster than things like NASDAQ. And so this could have easily represented a year's worth of movement, which is not surprising. But, you know, like I said, we went up too quickly. You saw my Elliott wave formation. It ended at the end of August. And so that's a whole month and a half later. And to see that we've already began reaching these levels now, to me, is a sign that we could continue the bubble pop cycle. And I know you guys don't want to hear this, because we all want to be celebrating and, you know, opening champagne bottles or whatever. But we've got to stay realistic, and I'm going to be that guy that does it. I mean, I'm going to give you the Moon Boy pump, you know, let's, you know, celebrate and all that. I'm going to give you that, but we're also going to stay realistic and look at the possibilities, because either way, you know, like I said, we can make money on the way down. We just need to know which way it's going to move. And so the fact that we've gone up so quickly, I said that we need to see a slow and steady rise up to these levels. but we haven't. This is a lot of volatility, and that does indicate to me that maybe we're not done with the bubble pop cycle. All right, maybe. I don't know yet. Now, guys, I'm going to be looking to open and close different positions here. I'm still in my long, and I am intending to ride it up to $7,800 or 77. In the previous video, I said that we are forming this long-term rising wedge. We're not doing that anymore because we have broken out and we haven't been respecting this trend line. I mean, to go back down now, I'd be very surprised if we find support here now. If anything, I think we could see potentially 6,800, bounce off that, old resistance turning support, like I said in the previous video, and then continue to rally either sideways or, well, rallying means go up, but either trade sideways or go up and rally a little bit more. But apart from that, I think this rising wedge is done. I'm going to leave the line here, though, anyway, just to see what happens. But it does look like we've had a definitive reversal, and we could definitely continue our way higher. Now, I don't want to stream today, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't want to go live because we've had a lot of volatility today. I mean, we look at the 1 hour chart, and, well, you know, we have these two massive candles, and then leading up to it, a lot of hype building up as well. And so I didn't want to stream today because there's a high chance that only a couple hours after this stream, everything I say here is going to become irrelevant because we're going to have another big move either up or down. And so at the moment, it's going to be about telling you the possibilities going forward for the next, 24, 12 hours or whatever. And really what I think is, if we look at the 15-minute chart, which I never do, but we are forming some form of a falling wedge, a bull flag, a bullish pennant, name it whatever you like. It's a continuation pattern within a trend, and in this case, guys, the trend is going up. Now I want to touch on volume. We are at $17.3 billion. This, like I said in gold when we were at 16, it's not good. It's not great, but it is good. We are approaching $20 billion volume, and once we get to $20 billion volume and it's sustained for a little bit and we're still green, that being the main thing, I'm gonna have a lot more confidence in this market. That's when I'm going to really be going into alts. I'm going to really be opening up, 10 different leverage positions a day. Well, obviously not, but, it's where things become a lot more comfortable in this market, because it means, if we rally up but we don't have the volume to back it, plain and simple, that means people are not agreeing with that and they're deciding to sit out. And Bitcoin doesn't work like that. Bitcoin needs the FOMO. So we are potentially forming a bull flag here. I think it's likely that we test 6,800 this week. In the last post I said we could test these levels in 1 or 2 weeks, but just considering how fast we've got, and I have readjusted that a little bit, we can see something like this, slightly slow. I mean, compared to what we saw last month, not slow at all, but, a period of consolidation followed by another pump up to 7,800, because I don't think it's done yet. And if we do, when we do whatever, hit 7,800, let's go back to this 4-hour chart. I do think we could potentially see something like an ABC correction. So potentially, I mean, I don't even know how low this could go, but, say something like this. It would be some sort of a correction. Probably, almost definitely wouldn't go this low. But I think it's on the cards now that we do have a pullback. I mean, if we look at the RSI, we're at 88 on the 4-hour. Let's check out the 1 hour here, 84, and 1 day. We are nearly in overbought territory. So the 1 day is obviously what matters the most, but after so many blue candles like this, it is definitely expected that we see a bit of a pullback now. Yeah, one more thing, this EMA ribbon thing. So this has been a very good proof of resistance, and on this 1 day chart, we've been rejected by it so many times, but today we just blasted right through it like it wasn't even there. Absolutely no problems with that, and that was a very, very good thing. EMA resistance has been a very strong limiting factor in our movements, and to see that we've sort of debunked that, I guess, I don't know the right word to use here, but to see that it hasn't stopped us this time, We're starting to get a lot of EMA crossovers, not yet with the 13 and 48, but with my EMA ribbon, 21 crossing above 25, different things like that. These EMA ribbons are actually going to turn into support very soon, assuming we do stay at these levels for a little bit longer, and that is a very good sign. Apart from that, though, that is everything I wanted to go through in this stream, so please start dropping your questions here now, and I will go through them in just a second. Guys, if you can smash those likes again, 500 viewers live, absolutely amazing. Did the stream die? Did it? Oh god, no. It did. Okay. Think of what's going on here. Let's maybe go for 1,000, if this is gonna fix it. Okay, cool. All right, that was scary. Yeah, I mean that's just perfect. Like it's gonna happen during such a timely stream like this, isn't it? I mean, this is why I'm always paranoid when I go live, to be honest. Guys, though, yeah, I am ready to go through your questions now. If we can just smash those likes one more time, and of course, for those of you who are asking about VIP, I mean, I've gotten flooded with messages today. I will be getting back to every single one of you right after this stream. If you are interested, go ahead and join the Telegram group. The link is in the description, and find my name at the bottom of the posts in gold, and just click on that. I do have impersonators and people scamming people using my name. Pretty sad, but just make sure you get the right me. The only way to find the right contact for me is in Crypto Mafia Gold. You click on that, and it will take you straight to me. Smash the likes, guys. Yeah, thank you very much, DD Judge. Doge just a meme? No, Doge is absolutely everything in life. Sell the news, sell the hype, buy the dip. Yeah, MK Lawson, today has proven to be different, though, because we've had a lot more news that gives us promises of what can happen in the future. Now, like I said, I don't give a lot of... what's the word? Weight. I don't give a lot of weight to news because it's very manipulated. The market doesn't respond to it very easily. But ETFs seem to be different. I thought it would just turn out to be one of those cuck events again, but apparently not. So that's great. It's a different case. Buy the news and buy the hype and sell the news. That works more for the kind of short midterm trades, but not so much for something like this. Do you think a potentially ETF approval will take Bitcoin to new highs short term? The phone dude, yes, I do. I do think it's going to give us a bit of a rally, especially since we've had a reversal now. My sentiment previously has been that if we're going down and we get the ETF news, what's going to happen is we're going to rally a little bit and then continue our way down. But since we've had almost a definitive reversal now, and we do look pretty bullish, the ETF news, if it's approved or whatever, is actually really going to take us higher, I think, because there's a lot more bullish sentiment, and it looks like people will start coming back into this market. But, you know, I really want to make sure that we don't get too fixed on this. I'm sounding very bullish in this stream, and I'm starting to regret it because I know some people will pick up on these nuances in my words, but I am still staying realistic here, and there's a very high possibility that we just break back down. We've seen more human trading in this area recently, but that doesn't detract from the fact that the bots are still in charge. So, you know, that hasn't changed. We're still in a downtrend from $20,000. This is undeniable. It hasn't changed. I mean, you know, like I said, until we cross 11,600, which is a very far journey ahead. I mean, what kind of percent are we looking at to gain in order to get over there? I mean, that's a 60% gain. So we can do that on margin pretty easily. But for Bitcoin to regularly hit, no, I can't say this properly. What am I doing? Okay, calm, cool. I'm getting a bit too excited. Yes, this happens sometimes. I'm not good at English. Wales. Smash the like so the ETF won't get approved. I agree with that. How do you feel about CBOE futures expiring tomorrow? I haven't even heard about that, Cold of Fire. Well, that's concerning. You've just ruined my... I'm just joking. Let me check that out if I've plotted it on this. I don't think I have. No, I haven't. Look, with SIBO, look, what I said last time was we're going to get reversals with these futures. So SIBO closed, CME open, and following both of those things, we got pumps up. And so if we've got a close tomorrow, it could indicate yet another reversal, because every time previously, it has given us a reversal. Starting with December, April, whatever this was, May again. We've gotten these reversals ahead of futures dates, so that could definitely indicate a reversal. I'm going to look at that colder fire because I was completely unaware of these SIBO futures expiring tomorrow. So I do need to look at that and potentially readjust my views. There is a chance that it won't play out this time because we've had a triple bottom play out and we've got some very definitive signs of reversals, and the news is very bullish, and so there's a chance that this time the futures reversal will buck that trend and it will not give us a reversal and we will continue to go up. It's one thing I've noticed here is that we've actually, can I show this? Let's take off my indicators. We've actually broken out of this downtrend. Switch this chart on properly. So this is the log chart on Bitfinex, and we've broken out of this falling wedge. So a long time ago, I made a video. It was like a month and a half ago. I made a video. Bitcoin is going to start a mega bull run. This is where I'm sure many of you guys found the channel from. And I said that we're in a falling wedge within a very, very nicely established uptrend, and so we're going to break it eventually and we are going to rally up. So today looks like the day that's happened, but we can, I mean, this is very easily just a case of we're going to end up drawing the rising wedge line again like this, because the price will get rejected here and then it will carry it on down or something. But nonetheless, it's something to, I mean, this is just another bullish factor. You know, it's a very bullish day, a very healthy price movements, with the exception of it moving up so quickly. This is the one thing I wish that didn't happen, but I'm not gonna, I mean, how can I complain? The gains have been amazing anyway, and we've got to be thankful for what we've got. I mean, one piece of wisdom I always like to repeat, I forgot who told me, but taking profits never made a man poor. You know, if you're in any profit today, even if you got like a 10% profit on Bitcoin, and even if it goes to $20,000, you know, take the profits. I mean, it's really that simple. You know, if you take a profit, it's not going to make you any poorer. I mean, it might mean you miss out on future profits, but like I said, live by this. I mean, it was not financial advice, but I mean, it's what I live by. You know, taking profits never made a man poor. This is very, very important. Fight these emotions. You know, any euphoria in your mind, let's kill it right now. Let's start being depressed again. Not literally, because depression sucks, but you know, it's not good to be too polarized one way. We need to stay unemotional and unattached. So that's my view there. Can't wait to watch the Bitcoin Cash divergence, my bad. Bitcoin longs contracts are getting wrecked now and shorts are following an uptrend. Okay, that's interesting, the phone dude. I mean, like I said in the last stream, I don't think longs and shorts are as important anymore. I don't see how they're getting wrecked because the price has only gone down by like $100. Am I looking at the wrong chart? No, I'm not. Okay, so yeah, I don't see why that is. Let's check out the shorts though. I mean, shorts really piling on, if that's what you're saying. No, shorts also wrecked. So no, I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. But I don't think it's important anymore because we're getting new traders, or rather old traders, entering the market again. And so, like I said in the last stream, longs are going to rise and shorts are going to rise as well, just naturally, because we're going to get more traders entering the market now. Hi, is this the end of the bull? Do you mean the bear, Francisco? And if so, yeah, I think it may be. I'm not going to hold my breath, though. There are still a lot of possibilities that we go much lower. We just need to, you know, this is, for me, this is a case of, I need to see what happens, A, over the next 24 hours, and B, for the rest of the week. You know, how does this weekly candle close? Let's check out the weekly here. You know, like I say, I'm not a good analyst for very long-term trends, but I do what I can to get by, and this is a very bullish candle, but it plays out exactly like our previous, you know, bull traps, you know, where we go high and then we end up getting rejected somewhere, and then we just continue our way down. And obviously, you know, like I said, if we do test 5,800, you know, once more, no matter when we test it, I do think we're going to break it. and I do think we are going to head much lower into the 5,000s, into the 4,000s. So really, it is a case of seeing what happens here. For people with an open position, now might be the time you consider putting a stop loss in. I did give that signal in VIP to set a stop loss and ensure that no matter which way the markets turn, you've still locked in a big chunk of profits. So like I said, I do give my exit signals there. As what, my phone is blowing up. I'm sorry. I don't know how to put an iPhone on silent. Actually, I do. So yeah, I've done that. Does Bitcoin require Lightning to confidently scale? MK Lawson, I wouldn't know the answer to that. I'm not too big into the technicals of Bitcoin, but it wouldn't hurt Bitcoin in terms of scaling, and obviously faster transaction times open up a lot of possibilities. So to answer your question, yeah, I think no, Bitcoin doesn't require it, but it will help Bitcoin scale. I think that's for sure. I doubt Bitcoin goes under $6,000, but I wish. Yeah, Litecoin Moses. I know so many people who had orders for like $5,000 and big orders for that level. So definitely, a lot of people want to get their cheap Bitcoin, but it looks like that may be over. So yeah, I mean, I think looking at sentiment here, we've got a bit of a spread, but there's a lot more of we're never going to see levels like 4,000 again. Ronald saying, no way, that's not going to happen, $4,000 to $5,000. But you never know, right? I mean, this is still, it's kind of bucked that trend now, but it's still kind of, within this rising wedge area. It's still within the bull trap area, anything below 11,600, and we're a very far way away from this. Let's stay realistic. Anywhere below this line is not confirmation. This is confirmation for a short or mid-term trend, but if we're talking about really getting very rich, we're going to look for numbers like this, because once we cross 11,600, that's the point where you can close your eyes and buy anything you like, and in a month you'll have a 10x gain. And that's not going to happen, like I said, until we cross this line. Still cheap in the grand scheme of things. I mean, yeah, the Timmy J, is that? Yeah, if you think we're going to see levels like the all-time highs again, then this is still $7,300. We're still talking about, nearly a 3x gain if we go back to all-time high. So not a bad thing at all. Yeah, Alessio giving that prediction 16th to 20th. A lot of people giving that prediction that we hit these levels around this date, and it has played out. Alessio is an amazing analyst. I do love watching his videos. So yeah, no, he was right on that. At 11k, no way you have support of 15 and 20. We're in a multi-year bear market from Francisco. We may be, mate. We may be. We don't know that yet. How come you only trade Bitcoin now? Are you waiting to get into alts when Bitcoin does a bull run? The phone did very good question. So I trade Bitcoin because I can trade it on margin. The gains are huge. We've had like an $800 move, and that's been a 240% gain. I've remembered the number now. I have a 240% gain on that trade. And that was moving up like 10%. So that's why I trade Bitcoin. The thing is, I have studied Bitcoin's moves for so long that I know what it does very well now. And it is very hard to learn alts at the same depth that I've learned Bitcoin. Because you have to invest so much more time in it. And alts, people say technical analysis doesn't work on Bitcoin. Well, if that's the case, it absolutely is useless with alts because they are way more volatile. I will be getting into alts though because it's a nice break from BitMEX, from leverage trading. It's very stressful. The gains are huge. You've seen these gains. But the losses are also huge, and so it becomes very stressful. So I do want to go into altcoin trading as well, just on the side, make a couple 10, 15, 20% trades, whatever. Swing those alt movements. Like I have, our channel, the Crypto Mafia, used to be only an altcoin signal channel since September when we launched. So, that only changed in June. When I decided, enough is enough, it's time to start trading this on leverage. But no, I do want to go back to alts. Just need to make sure the time is right. Who do I follow? Yeah, Alessio's one of them. Why don't I margin trade the alts on BitMEX? Yeah, so BCK is the same answer. I know Bitcoin's movements much more than I know the alt movements, and so it makes more sense for me to do that. But like I said, Tron is one of the coins I'm trying to learn at the moment. Coins like Ethereum I can do as well, but for some reason Ethereum scares me. I don't know why. It's really weird. But I don't like trading Ethereum because of that. As long as you want until you get liquidated. Yeah, liquidation is a massive risk, and if you're just starting out on BitMEX, you have to believe that you are going to get liquidated eventually. Did I get your question, Trader DJ? I took profits at 7. I'm not going to answer a specific, like, what do you want to do with your position? That's not for a stream, mate. Why was my stop rejected on BitMEX? I have no idea, Daniel. If you're one of the guys in VIP, we had someone like that, with a problem like that, then do message me in PMs. And, Legend, why Tron? Look, Tron is, I know it used to be one of the shit coins, but they raised a lot of money, and they're putting the money to good use. But much more than that, you know, I'm a trader, right? I want to make the profits, and Tron has very predictable price movements. It doesn't really reverse very often, and if we can get a run like this and we can long that with 5, 10, 20x or whatever leverage, that's million. I mean, you put in like $1,000 and you're going to become a millionaire or something like that. So Tron, I think, is something to make a very big amount of money on in a very short space of time. ZRX, love the coin, but yeah, especially since I think it's going to be the one that hits Coinbase, or one of the ones that hit Coinbase. But you know, I'm still a bit hesitant around alts. I haven't looked at ZRX specifically. I should have by now, actually. I might do that after this stream. Why would you get liquidated? Always use your stop loss. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, it sounds simple, right? But people still don't do it, myself included. I had a very bad relationship with BitMEX when I started. Lost a lot of money. But, you know, you've got to learn for those messages. And make sure that... Sorry, learn from those failed experiences. And make sure that you don't make the same mistakes twice. I want to invest long-term in some altcoins. Need to hold them for 1 year because of German tax law. Thoughts on Nano? I've forgotten about Nano. Is it even relevant anymore? I'm sorry if you're bag holding it, then that hurt your feelings. But, I mean, I've just not heard of... Nano used to be like Rayblocks or something, right? Am I thinking of the right one? I don't know. I mean, I've just been so out of touch with alts. Let's not... No, let's not take this in the direction of alts, though. Because, Bitcoin is still the one to watch. You know, I mean, I was considering giving some alt signals when we were down at like 6,800 because I thought it was 67, sorry, because I thought it was a very high chance we'd pump up, and of course we did. But if we went into alts, we'd have like a 20% gain. Actually, let's check out how the alts are doing. Refresh this page to get the most up-to-date information. So actually, Bitcoin dominance has risen. Which is surprising. I think that just means more money coming into Bitcoin and not going into alts. But yeah, on the whole, you know, 7 to 15%. And I got a 200% gain on Bitcoin. So what am I going to choose? You know, these are good because they're very low stress trades. And are you going to scoff at a 10% gain? Absolutely not. 10% is huge. But, you know, it's about knowing where to invest your time. And for me, that place has been Bitcoin leverage trading so far. Like I said, I do want to go into these alts, but I'm not gonna, you know, force myself into it. You know, what we're doing right now works extremely well. And there's no point trying to fix something that isn't broken, as you all know. No good to trade alts on BitMEX today because down with respect to Bitcoin. Yeah, Apollo, that is true. I mean, I don't have BitMEX open, but you know, let's check out what's one alt on BitMEX. ADA. The Bitcoin price has risen actually. So ADA has risen against Bitcoin, and Bitcoin has risen against the dollar. So ADA has had a very nice day. Let's actually check that out. Up 11%, whereas Bitcoin is up 9%. So we've got a 2% extra gain on ADA today. That's not a good example, but typically what you will see is alts keeping the same USD valuation, but because Bitcoin is going up, alts will actually lose out. They would decrease in Bitcoin price. Flash sale, everything must go. I think we've had the sale now, mate. Most alts are at the 6-month low. That is true. I mean, look, if we're going into a bull market now, if you believe we are, and personally for me, I'm unsure, but if you think we're going into a bull market now, you look at coins like ICX, which I think will be one of the better gainers. This is so cheap. I mean, you know, compared to where it's been before, this is huge. You know, imagine a rally up to, like, you know, the 90,000s in Satoshis. I mean, that's like nearly a 5x gain. So absolutely nothing to laugh at. I mean, it's much lower risk. It's a very good fundamental, you know, fundamentally it's a very good coin. There's a lot going for it. So if you are a believer in these alts and you don't want to trade on leverage because you're not happy with the risk, which is completely fine, alts are amazing right now if you do think we're gonna go a bit higher. Yeah, the Moon is great with his analysis, but he wears a hat in his videos. Am I right about that? Like, he wears a weird hat, and because of it, I can't watch his videos. So I just don't. Have I watched CryptoJeb, Filicone, or Kirby? I've watched Kirby. I haven't heard of the other people, though. Guys, I am going to be wrapping it up here, though. You know, just one last time about this VIP thing. Someone here who made 2.5 Bitcoin. Again, we gave that signal. Let's actually pull up that chart. Our buy signal was over here, 6,200. We gave a long signal around about here, and a second one over here. And all of these things were well in advance. I gave these warnings, so you know, you don't have to worry about time zone differences. And we had a stop order. BitMEX is a little bit complicated to use, so I've made multiple VIP streams and a series of very simplified screenshots to go through if you don't know how to set up these orders. And of course, PM me, ask in the VIP chat. We have an amazing group of traders. The profits, even if you just entered over here, that's still, you've traded, you know, a $400 move, and that was, I don't know, that's like a what, 5%, 6% move, and multiply that by, you know, 25x leverage, and let me actually do the, well, I'm not going to do the math because I can't, but pull up my calculator. You know, let's say it's a 6% move times 25, and that's a 150% gain, just like that. Just, you know, people were asleep. People were driving on their way to work, and they still made a 150% gain. The guy over here, 2.5 Bitcoin, absolutely amazing. And, you know, another screenshot here. But guys, with that, I really hope you have found this stream useful. The people who are messaging me even from gold, showing their trading results, absolutely amazing. You can still make huge profits from gold. Do not get, what's the word, like, discouraged if you can't get into VIP. Someone, I think, made like 400% today from gold, if I'm remembering that number correctly. So it's been, I mean, this is why I do it, you know. It's very difficult spending this much time, you know, doing these thumbnails, setting up this recording setup and everything. But you know, days like this where people are making, you know, kind of borderline life-changing money, it makes it all worth it, as cheesy as that sounds. So I hope to keep this up. The signals will keep on coming. The daily streams will continue. We're just going to keep on smashing this market. You know, there is no reason, whether we're going up or down, why we should be losing money. You know, we're making money either way. You know, whether it goes up or down, doesn't really matter. So that's the deal, guys. That's the deal with what's going on. I must have like a dozen messages right now. No, let's say two dozen messages. I'm gonna go through them all in just a second, guys. I'm out. Peace.